Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and welcome to a new reading vlog. So I love vlogging, you guys, and I don't do it nearly enough, and I've got a handful of new releases that I'm just about to read, so I thought it would be fun to share my experience with you as I read these books. So all of these books are books that are either just came out or just about to come out or whatever. So I'm not going to tell you right now what books I'm reading because it may change. I don't really know. I don't know. It depends how long these books take me and how long this vlog keeps going because it is June 18th. My parents are up here right now because my daughter just had a birthday this week. My dad just had a birthday this week. It's Father's Day. There's a lot of life going on. This upcoming week, my girls restart summer dance. They start baseball. So it is craziness. But I have been reading a lot at night and I'm loving it. And so, yeah, I just started. So the reason I'm on here is to tell you that I've started the first book for this, and I'm reading The Mother at Number 5 by Jill Childs. And this is one of those tropes that is a woman infiltrating your life that you don't know what her intentions are. And so far, I'm really intrigued. I like that there's motherhood involved. So the nature of this, it opens with a prologue that is like a dead body, and I think it's maybe the mother. I don't really know. And then we cut back to this woman, Roz, I think is her name. Roz is on vacation and she meets this other woman, and her husband has the kids, they're in bed, whatever. She goes out with this other woman, and this other woman is like, tell me your secrets, I'll tell you mine, that kind of thing. And so she tells her a lot of secrets, and then they go home, and she goes to school, takes her kids to school, and sees that woman is there. And so that woman is a single mom and is infiltrating her life, and we don't know why. So I'm really intrigued. This one is a thriller, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to say about it, but we'll see. I will keep you posted as I read and let you know what I think. Hey everyone, so I'm going to try to film this clip. We're just leaving dance class. Today was the first day of the summer sessions, and so the big girls both did dance, and it was, I think, a really fun time. I love chatting with the other moms during all these activities. I brought my Bible study and my book and did not read either, but that's okay. I have finished the Mother at Room 10. I don't know what the book is called, but I will have a picture up. And I'm going to give it probably 3 stars because I have read this thriller before. Not literally. This book comes out June 21st. So by the time you see this, it will already be out. I'm filming this June 19th, so it comes out this week. That doesn't make sense. The 21st is a Wednesday, but I guess that's when it comes out. Anyway, so the reason I didn't love it is because, so this is about a woman, 2 women, they meet, they go out, Lottie is the one, she convinces Roz to kind of share some secrets, so Roz does, and then the next morning wakes up and has no memory of anything, and so she's like, oh my goodness, I know, the last thing I remember was not good, and I don't remember anything, and she's like, but we're on vacation, I'll never see this lady again. Then goes home, and the lady is there enrolling her kid in her kid's school. She lives in their neighborhood, she's just really infiltrating their life. So we don't know why, and I would say the pacing of this book is really off because it starts really fast, and then there's a big lull in the middle where you're kind of finding out Lottie's backstory, and that it's all necessary to kind of explain the motivation, but one, it's pretty glaringly obvious if you've read this trope before, which I'm pretty sure you have if you've read thrillers. Also, I don't like either of our main characters. So Lottie and Roz are the 2 women, and they are both unreliable narrators because Roz's husband keeps alluding to something that happened in the past that Roz has irrational paranoia. And so what happened, I don't know, but it leads to both of them being unreliable, and both of them are kind of unlikable, and so there's really no character that you can empathize with, and I didn't really care about Lottie's backstory. Then it all comes around to a head, and the end is really, really fast-paced again. I did not like some of it kind of came out of left field. There were extra tidbits thrown in the end just kind of for shock value and a punch factor that I felt didn't need to be, and there were things that I felt were really out of character for the characters that we did know. So it was entertaining enough for the most part, minus the little pacing issues, but it just felt like nothing new. So 3 stars on that one. Not necessarily one I would recommend, but not bad either. And if you haven't read this trope or like read a book like this, then you may enjoy it more than I did. So there we go. Yeah, so I will let you know. I think the next book I'm going to pick up is Maybe Next Time by Cesca Major, I think is her name. And this one came out at the end of March, so not super new release, but still 2023. And this is like a Groundhog's Day trope. I don't really know any more than that, and so I will just update as I read. Hey everyone, so it is the next day, maybe, I don't know. And we just got home. The library has story time from 10 to 10:30, and then they've got a big playground, so we stayed and played, and now it's lunchtime and we are home. And we stopped at the library bookstore, as we always do, the Friends of the Library bookstore, and I bought a few things, so you'll see that in the haul coming up. But I have started Maybe Next Time by Cesca Major, and this is the Groundhog's Day trope, and it took a while to get into it, and I'm like 25% of the way through, and it just, well, I'm almost 50% of the way through now, but it the days only started repeating at 25% of the way through. And I kind of like that, because I'm assuming it'll only repeat a couple times maybe, as opposed to the book that I just read that repeated 7 times and I didn't love, like it felt redundant. So I don't want to say a whole lot about the plot, because I don't know what's on the back of the book, and like what happens in the day is maybe spoilery. So far so good. The writing style is a little unique. I'm not thoroughly attached to the character, but there is like an emotional event that happens in the day, and that kind of helped me get attached. So, so far so fine. So far so fine. I will check in and let you know when I have more thoughts. Hey everyone, so I'm back. Today is June 21st, and today is kind of a crazy day. It's the first day of summer, so my house is a virtual luau. I made it, decorated it into a really fun first day of summer house, and so we're doing that. And today, every time my oldest finishes like a piece of her homeschool curriculum, she gets to pick something, and today she has chosen to go to Dave & Buster's. So we are going to Dave & Buster's, and we're going to play games and stuff, but we're here about 5 minutes early, because, hot tip, on Wednesdays it's half price and they open at 10, so that is awesome. So we're doing that, but I thought I would let you know that I have finished Maybe Next Time by Cesca Major, and I am not sure what I'm going to rate this book. Probably like 3.5 stars. It was kind of slow in a way. Like, I mean, I really enjoyed the plot line, but I didn't like, I don't know, something about it. Okay, so let me preface this by saying I've had kind of a mentally taxing week, and so maybe it was that, like maybe it's just wrong book, wrong time. It was still good, like, so I still haven't read the back, so I'm not sure what it says, but something like big happens to her that day, and so we get, instead of seeing her whole day, like the book that I just read, I said had too much detail about the days. This one had almost not enough, because the days just kept passing, and she like lived this day over and over for months. And as always, the purpose is to kind of find your why in life, as well as her sister-in-law is really involved in the thing that happens, and so to kind of give her grace and find a situation for that, and strengthen that relationship. So there is purpose in living these days over and over, but it felt like, I don't know why it all of a sudden ended. And it just kind of, like, it didn't all of a sudden end, but like if she lived the day over and over and over and over, why, like, was this finally the last day? I don't really know. So I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best thing ever. Maybe like 3.5 stars. If you really like this trope, I would say definitely try it, because it definitely makes you think about what you would do if this was your situation. And it's interesting reading the 2 books that you'll see in my wrap up. I don't think I talked about it anywhere else, but I just read a book that was the Groundhog's Day trope. And reading that trope over and over, there is a point with everybody where you like get to this, I don't care what happens today because I know tomorrow's going to be another thing. And that's kind of an interesting thing to think about. So there's a lot of things that were interesting to think about and were good, like thought starters, discussion starters if you were doing a book club. But this wasn't the most riveting read ever. So that's it. Next, I'm going to be reading Hello Stranger by Katherine Center. Today's Wednesday, and I'm going to try to get it done by Saturday. So, because I get to meet her on Saturday. So super exciting. And, yeah, I'll let you know. Hey everyone, so we are in the middle of baseball. So my youngest just finished, or my middle child actually just finished, and now we're waiting for my older child to start. And so I thought I would get on here and update because, well, update on the Dave & Buster's. You guys, you probably are thinking, what is that crazy lady doing? And you're right. We lasted about 30 minutes. We all left a little nauseous, a lot overstimulated, and it was a crazy day, but that's okay. Today is potentially another day of questionable parenting. We're here at the ball fields for 3 hours. The forecast is 94 and rainy. Fortunately, the rain is nowhere in sight, so it's just 94. So anyway, then this afternoon, one of us is gonna skip naps, I think, and go meet Katherine Center. So I just finished Happy Place, Hello Stranger, and I loved it. I really loved it. I am saying like 4.5 stars. This one is about this woman who is a portrait artist, and she gets in an accident, and well, not an accident. She has a medical complexity that leads to face blindness, and that is so interesting to me. And as always, Katherine Center does an author's note at the end that talks about like where she got her research and stuff, and it's so interesting. There's multiple types, and like it's a rabbit hole that I really want to dive down. Anyway, it was super interesting. There is a love triangle in this, but it is not cringy. I don't like love triangles, and I still loved this, and I would like highly recommend it. If you are nervous about it, anything, I would say definitely try it out. So huge win on that. And then if all goes according to plan, we get to meet her this afternoon, so I will try to take clips of that. Hey everyone, so it's almost embarrassing to come on here like this because my family kind of jokes that I am not one that burns ever. Like I just don't. I tan. I don't really burn. My husband, on the other hand, is very fair skinned, and so he's not very fair skinned, but he's more fair skinned than I am, and so he will burn. And it's just kind of a joke that way. Well, as you guys saw, I wore a tank top yesterday to the baseball fields, and my chest is in rough shape. My shoulders the shoulder specifically, for some reason, my left arm got way more sun than my right. It was weird, and I'm burnt, and I don't know if that's like a hormone thing. Like, you guys, if you know, let me know, because I never burn, and yet I am burnt. And my kids are not like, they definitely got sun for sure, but I don't know. Anyway, so update on the things. Yesterday, Katherine Center was so fun, but it was a little bit of a disaster. So you guys, it's been like a stressful week. There's stuff going on medically that I am not going to share here, but it's just been a stressful week. And so my sleeping has been terrible. And yesterday I was thinking, gosh, it's Saturday. I could nap with the kids. Like, do I really need to go to Katherine Center? And I was like, yes, I do. I need to go to Katherine Center because it's something for me that I will enjoy, because it was during nap time. So I could have napped with the kids. Instead, I decided to go. And I took 2 of my kids. I let Ainsley, my 5-year-old, skip nap. She still naps. And so I let her skip and come with me, which was not the plan. I mean, it was the plan, and then it was not the plan because she was exhausted yesterday after baseball. So, took her and took Etta, because in theory, Etta sleeps really good. My baby sleeps naps really good on the go. She just likes the car. She will normally cash out. She did not. So Katherine Center was awesome. She started at 3 o'clock or something, and she just talked from 3 to 4:30, and she did Q&A, and she was awesome. And I spent so much of the time in the back pacing with the stroller and trying to get Etta to sleep and going to the bathroom 7 times with my other kiddo, and it was a lot chaotic. And I had brought 3 of my books with me to get signed, and I was really disappointed. I thought they were going to have the Hello Stranger there to get signed, but they didn't. They had everything else, which makes sense because we're still over 2 weeks from that coming out, and so it makes sense, but I was a little bummed. So I had brought 3 of my books, and we waited in line, and you guys, we were like close to the back because we sat close to the back so I could pace. And so then when it came to signing time, we were near the back of the line, and my 5-year-old was like she had hung tight for like the hour and a half of talking for the most part. She kind of squirreled around in the back, but she had done pretty good, and so then she was just not about that line. And so we had a bunch of pickups at the library, so I was like, well, let's just get out of line, go get our pickups, and then you can read the books while we wait in line. So we got out of line, got our pickups, and then got back in line at the end, and it took forever. But we toughed it out. We did it. We got home at like 5:45, so it was like a 3-hour process. But it was really fun. I mean, it was good, and she was great. Like, and she puts a great author's note in the back of all of her books. So if you have not read Katherine Center, specifically Hello Stranger has a really good one, and she always writes really good ones, not just about like the condition that we're studying, but this one is about why she writes, like kind of a little Cliff Note version of like her story as a writer and why she writes what she writes. And I really enjoyed it. And I liked her philosophy on things. Like, she just is all about sparking joy and helping the readers to feel something, but most resounding hope and joy is kind of her things. And so it was awesome. And like, she was just at our library, like it wasn't a huge deal. And yet she's this huge author. And all day my daughter kept saying, I can't believe I get to meet Katherine Center. And then we were leaving, and she's like, bye, Katherine Center. And it was just so cute because we were the only ones left because we were the end of the line. So it was like us and a couple librarians that had just been chatting. And it was just so fun. It like, on reflection, it was mass chaos. It was a lot of juggling. And bless Katherine Center. She's like, I've been there. You know, I have the 2 kids, and my husband actually brought my middle child. She was at home napping, and he brought her. So it was chaos, but we did it. And this officially brings to close my week of questionable parenting. Okay, no more Daves and Busters, no more crazy taking my kids places I shouldn't take them. This is going to be the week that we do things differently. So anyway, back to why you're here, books. I have started The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. So I read The Soulmate Equation in preparation for this. This one came out, gosh, when did it come out? Just recently. Was it May 16th? It was May 16th. This one came out on my birthday. And I am liking it so far. So far, so good. We're getting both perspectives from the guy and the girl, and I enjoy that, actually. So it's about this girl. Fizzy is a romance author. And you do not need to read The Soulmate Equation first. I fully don't think you need to. I just did because I'm a completionist and I want to know all the things. But Fizzy is a romance author who is down on her luck in love. She hasn't ever really been in love. And so she is kind of in a slump. And then Connor, I think is his name, he is a documentary maker, I think. And he is at his boss says, hey, we're going to switch gears and we are going to start producing reality TV, and we're going to do this Bachelor-esque dating show. So in the first book, The Soulmate Equation, now they are not sequels. I don't even think it's listed on Goodreads as any sort of relation. But in The Soulmate Equation, we are talking about a technology in which your DNA will match you to somebody based on, you'll be matched based on your DNA. Your percentage of compatibility is matched on your DNA. So this dating show, the concept behind it is that America is going to vote for who she should end up with, and we're going to do the DNA match. And so in the end, we're going to see who's right, America or the DNA match. And he wants Fizzy to be the star of the show, the Bachelorette, if you will. So far so good. It's nice. Reading this physically, it's huge margins and stuff, so you could definitely read this physically really quickly. It is a longer book, but I am reading it mostly on audio, and this is one of my favorite covers though. But so far so good. I am enjoying it, and I'll check in when I have more to say. Today we are going to the neighborhood pool, and Yeah, like I've got a whole to-do list for today. And today actually is I decorated my house. I don't know why I didn't talk about this. I decorated my house and took out all of our books, like all of our kids' books, and replaced them with Christmas books because today is halfway to Christmas. It is June 25th. And so we've been listening to Christmas music this morning. We watched church from home, and yeah, so that's what we've been doing today. So now we're going to go to the pool. And I'm going to sunscreen up my body, and that's it. So I will see you when I have more to say about the True Love Experiment. Hey everyone, so I'm coming to you from this like fantastic angle because the sun is like directly in my face, but I'm waiting for my library pickups, actually my daughter's library pickups, because she just got her own library card, and I was not getting any alerts about like things being due, things being ready for pickup. So I went and checked this morning, and the librarian had inputted an E into Gmail, and so I was not getting, I mean, obviously that's not my email, so I wasn't getting the emails, and she has some holds that need to be picked up here in the next day or two, so I am here doing that, but I thought I'd get on and let you know what I'm thinking about the True Love Experiment, and it's not good, guys. I'm not liking it at all. I have no desire to pick it up, and I've kind of bumped up the speed of the audiobook just to kind of get through it, but it's overly crass for me, and I'm just not feeling chemistry at all. So hopefully it gets better. I'll let you know. Hey everyone, so welcome to my mess of a house. We have Christmas lights up everywhere because we just celebrated halfway to Christmas on June 25th. And so we did, the first day of summer was on the 21st, and then the first halfway to Christmas was the 25th, so we've got a little luau Christmas theme going on here. But anyway, I finished the True Love Experiment, and honestly, like, I feel like the part when I was saying it was too crass, all that kind of stuff, I feel like that was true, but there were not a ton of scenes that were super graphic. It was just a few, but they were pretty graphic, and some of the thoughts are kind of lusty, pretty graphic. But that's not even what bothered me the most. I just didn't feel the chemistry between the characters. I thought the whole relationship was fine. Honestly, the best part of this book was the end. And that's when I finally was like, oh, this is fun. I wanted more of the show. So I don't know if I think I explained that this is about, it's kind of a follow-up to the first book in which Fizzy is a romance author, but she's never been in love. So she is asked to be like this bachelorette type thing, and America votes to see who they think is her best match with using the DNA technology from the soulmate equation. And so then we see at the end who's left, if it's actually her like gold match or whatever. And yeah, it was fine. I wanted more of the show. Like, we got some of the guys, but not a ton, and it was just okay. It was very forgettable for me. Very forgettable. So I'm going to say maybe 3 stars. Definitely not something I would plan to reread. Not even something I would really recommend. I just think there's a lot of better. But I also feel like I'm in the minority with this. So I think that I can confidently say that Christina Lauren maybe just isn't my favorite author duo. I loved Love in Other Words, one of my favorite books of all time, but that one is very different than a lot of their other books. I've liked a lot of other ones, but some of them are just okay for me. And this one was definitely just okay for me. So I'm going to read one more. I have Happy Place by Emily Henry, and this is one of my most anticipated. And a couple of you guys have said that you want to hear my thoughts on it. And so I'm really excited. My best friend in real life is reading it also. And so that's kind of fun. But so I'm going to do that, and then I am going to wrap this up. I have a ton of other new releases that are coming either from NetGalley, so I might do a part 2 of this. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So I'll let you know what I think of Happy Place, but my expectations are so high. So I'm hoping oh my goodness, words. I'm hoping my expectations don't ruin it. But my babysitter is here because I was supposed to go to the dentist this morning, and then I decided that I was going to postpone the dentist for another month, and I'm going to clean my house instead. So I'm like running around like a crazy lady trying to clean, organize, all that while the kids are outside with the babysitter. So I'm going to turn on Happy Place in my ear and just be moving around. So I'll let you know what I think. Hey everyone, so Christmas lives for one more day in here, and just ignore that. We just finished breakfast, and the girls have a little blow-up pool outside, and so they come in and put their towels there, and you know, it's just mass chaos. But I finished Happy Place, and I am so underwhelmed, you guys. I'm so underwhelmed and so disappointed. So this book is being compared to People We Meet on Vacation, and I definitely get similar vibes to that. Now, do we need two of the same story? No. Is it the exact same? Also no, but it's very similar. So Wynn and Harriet, they were engaged, and then they broke up and did not tell any of their friends. So their friends that this book is around is people they met in college. And so now they're late 20s or so, maybe early 30s, I don't know. And they're going on vacation because every summer they go to this, one of their families has like a beach house, and it's their happy place, the friend's happy place. They go every year. It's a time that they can all reconnect because, as you guys know, like once you're in your 20s, 30s, out of college, onto like real life things, families are involved, careers are involved, all that kind of stuff. Friendships, like, are just so hard to maintain sometimes. And like even your best friends, it's like you are still very much in each other's lives, very much connected, but the dynamic just changes because there's a lot of other things. And so I thought the book did a really good job of portraying that, like how these people still have this chemistry together. They are still best friends, yet they don't know every in and out of everybody's life because that's just kind of how it goes. So they go back for the summer, and it's going to be their last one because whoever's parent owns it has decided to sell. So they're all like, that adds a level of nostalgia, a level of emotion to this summer. And anyway, so Harriet goes not knowing Wynn's going to be there. And when, lo and behold, Wynn is there, and they have not told anybody that they broke up. So everybody thinks they're still engaged. And so they are kind of having to fake it till you make it. And you get then and now chapters. So you get like what's actually going on now, as well as kind of what happened in the past, how they got together, what happened to take them apart, all that kind of stuff. And I feel like this book started really slow, and I had a hard time connecting to the characters. And then I finally did, but it's just underwhelming. Like, there's nothing terribly wrong. When the whole thing that was revealed that like happened between Wynn and Harriet, it was like, y'all just communicate. You know, it's kind of one of those things that like I can forgive it in YA when it's angsty young people who don't know how to communicate, but you know, their communication errors and issues make sense because of where they are derived from, but it's also like it could have been solved with some communication and I just hate that trope. So maybe I'm in the minority, maybe I'm in the wrong on this, but I just was really underwhelmed. So definitely I would say People We Meet on Vacation is exponentially better. The reasons are not the same, the story is not the exact same, but it's similar enough that I was just not interested. And so, yeah, 3 stars on that. And that wraps things up. I am about to read one more new release called Save What's Left. I can't remember who it's by, but I'll put up a picture. And it is about this woman who buys she's divorced and whatever. She buys a beach house, and it's just, I think it's like neighborhood drama, and I don't know. I think it's kind of a older person romance, maybe. I don't know exactly where it's going, but it has got very low ratings on Goodreads, and I feel like we've kind of had enough of the negativity in this vlog, and so maybe I'll be the one that loves it. Stay tuned for my wrap up. You will see, and I need to like stand over here so you don't see my crazy kitchen counter. I'm about to go clean up breakfast and get ready. We're going to gymnastics. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be 104 today, so heavens help us. But anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. Let me know if you're anticipating any of these releases or if you have read them or where you're at with these. And that's it. We'll see you in the next one.